Okay, now we have a mic back. Let's turn that down. Switch it to mono. Please? Switch it to mono. Oh, wrong one. That's the mono. Okay. Okay, now we have a microphone. God, I hate OBS so fucking much. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so we have this thing tonight. It is horribly disgusting. Look at the crust. The crust around that. But surprisingly, the board, not too bad. It's pretty good. There's a little bit of wear here. I don't know if that's visible. Focus, rack focus. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm hoping that's not a big deal. I don't know how to fix that. Something I'm gonna have to look up. And I added some new tools to my arsenal. I was having trouble getting in the kind of like the grooves that are down in there. So, toothbrush. It's good for that. And also this nice plastic, just plastic bristles. Good for getting down into these little areas in here where apparently a lot of finger dust likes to hang out. Oh god, look at these buttons too. What's that? Look at that. How even? So gross. Just go ahead and get all this saturated. And this thing actually does a really nice job getting all this cleaned up. I have some music on in the background now. I hope it's coming through, and I hope it's not too much. If it is too much, if somebody would let me know, that would be fantastic. Oh, God. I feel like maybe I should be wearing gloves for this. Like, I don't know what happens when you get too much of this on your fingers. I don't want to think about what it is either. In between these posts. Yeah, pretty much worked. Still trying to get into that corner. I don't know if that's... Yeah. Just looking at the back here. That's a little scratched up, but not too bad. Let's not ADHD it too much. Let's focus on one part of it at a time, right? Where's the duster? Here it is. So I need to get better at framing like this. Just keep it on the friggin' counter. Alright, now we can focus on the back. Some scratches, some dirt. I also found this was really good at cleaning the little letters down in there. It's really good at cleaning all in between, which I appreciate it. And the front and the back of this clamshell have like this little notch. I don't know what it is. I'm guessing it's just however they mold it has to do with that. Now look how much that cleans up the lettering. It's impossible to focus on apparently, but anyway, take my word for it, it looks good. Much cleaner. Get down into here. Yeah, definitely needs it. Yeah, look at all that coming out of there. Gross. Alright, that's better. Move on to the front. They're really disgusting. Not too many scratches, a little bit, but nothing like that one we saw yesterday. I'm thinking it'd be really nice to find a plastic cleaner that can fit down inside of here a little better. Like a circular one. And I also managed to take off a sticker front sticker, label, whatever, completely intact. Good amount of adhesive on it too. I was pretty happy with that. I was worried that these were going to be really brittle to take off, but they seem not too bad. At least that one wasn't. You know, I've taken one off so far. That far from makes me an expert on how those come apart. Generally. Getting better. I would like to try to avoid taking those front labels off as much as I can, just because I don't want to have to replace them. Already good in somewhere. It's, yeah, much better. You know what? I need to change the title. Because we are not learning about controllers at the moment. What the heck? How did I do that? S. Is that showing up on the... No, it's not. Okay. Or at least not yet. My god, my thing is so laggy. Let's see, what are we changing this to? Oh, what the heck is going on there? There we go. I think I spelled everything correctly. My screen is like way up there. Let's see if that changed correctly. Yes, good, excellent. Where was that? This little D-pad area is just disgusting. something a little bit more. Yeah. Toothbrush is great for getting into areas this thing can't, but this thing's like nice and stiff. I don't know why I said that like that. I thought it would be funny, and it was the second it came out of my mouth, I regretted it. Getting somewhere. It's still a little strangely discolored down there. You can see it's kind of yellow around the outside. Don't know if that's something that is just stained into the plastic. No, I found out as soon as I said it. Yeah, it doesn't scratch off, so it's stained. That's okay. Better than it was, that's for damn sure. I need to be cognizant of trying not to put too much pressure on the back when I'm cleaning these, so I don't want to break all these little tabs off. These sticking up here, since they stick up kind of beyond the profile of the clamshell, I don't want to snap them off. Actually worked out pretty well. Let's see if it'll work for the buttons. Yeah. It's kind of weird to see down up in there. Oh, what's up, Omega? Yeah, I'm really trying to learn about these because I want to fix them. And I like fixing them. So, you know, I hate seeing these things go to waste, so I'm kind of trying to go through the process of, I bought a ton of them, so I'm just taking them apart, cleaning them off, putting them back together, see what I can get them to do. Yesterday, yesterday I guess, this old Famicom controller, and replaced the, Famicom end with, I have too many cables over here. Replace the Famicom cable with a NES port. And this thing feels really nice, and it looks cool, I think. So, I like using this one. How's your Ninja Gaiden stuff been going? It's been cool to see the whole... Oh god, that probably sounded terrible. It's been cool to see someone go through the trilogy. I really enjoy watching people that are good at Ninja Gaiden do Ninja Gaiden stuff. So this is a lot cleaner than it was. You know a thing or two about controllers, then I'm maybe asking you a lot of questions. So, a couple things. I really would like to be able to get to a point where I can refurbish these completely. One of the things that I was wondering about is the on the boards. This I can't think of the word for it, but it's this coating that goes over where the buttons mash down. I wonder if there's a way to kind of fill that back in with something. So like, it's hard to see. This is It's kind of worn on here. I wonder if I have another camera that would be better. I'm sure lots of boards actually have the same issues, so. Where's my droid cam? Should have gotten this fired up earlier. That would have been very clever. Yeah. Cool. So, please turn so I can see. Thank you. Now, it's kind of easier to see on this one, but see how the copper's kind of popping up through there? So I'm just wondering if there's a way to just wondering if there's a way to repair that, so there's really nothing to do about it. So yeah, I'm just I wonder if you could, there's like just some kind of like if they have like conformal coating or a pad or something that can go in the center there. I wonder. Yeah, I mean, you can see where it's just totally worn down into there. I wonder if there's something I can put over that. And I wonder if that would give the D-pad some height. If that would be better or worse. I'm assuming worse. But, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is just figure stuff out. Have some fun with it. Nothing crazy. Yeah, this board needs some work, that's for sure. It's not too bad. Nothing's loose. I mean, not that there's anything that come loose. It's just that little thing in the wires. The shift register. Vocab. The song is grating on me a little bit. So I'm trying to also get, just clean all the crud. So I hate the thought of somebody else's crud inside my controller. And yeah, that other board was definitely loved, that's for sure. Did I just stop all the music instead of just skipping to the next one? Yes. Yep, and that is exactly what I have, and that's exactly what I usually do. It's really disgusting, honestly. I mean, this one was, should have seen it just a few minutes ago. I mean, this thing was gross. Not the worst one I've seen so far, but, I mean, look at the discoloration there behind that pad. Let me get that other camera out of there, too. That's just in the way now. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't like to think what it actually is. I don't want to think about what it actually is. That's really loud too. Let's turn that mic down a bit. This is all kind of a new setup, so I'm trying to get everything figured out as I go here. Now it definitely looks better than it was, that's for sure. We can get this pad cleaned up too. So even though this isn't pure alcohol, it's a mixture of 91% alcohol mixed with a vinegar-based Windex, and that's the same solution I use to clean microscopes. So I figure if it's safe enough words for the lens of a microscope, it's safe enough for this. And if I have to break out the contact cleaner, I will. I don't want to. So yeah, I'm just trying to get them as back to original as I can. And it's not always going to be possible, I know, but as close to it as I can. So the one I was trying to clean up yesterday, I mean, you can see how scratched the back of this one is. Or can you? Yeah, pretty much. So one I was looking at yesterday, it looked like they had just set it in gravel and just rolled it around in gravel. It was terrible. So that one I'm not trying to get back to factory. That one I'm going to have some fun with. Probably painted something crazy. I've got it sanded. Got the case sanded. Also, as I'm cleaning this, I'm looking for tears. Which this one does not seem to have, which is good. It's definitely worn. I can see some pitting in the pads there, but definitely seems usable, which is good. Can't go wrong with Windex. I mean, I guess you could drink it, but... And as for, so where I'm coming from all this is I have a biomedical technician certification. So I'm used to cleaning and repairing medical equipment. For instance, this board is from a sterilizer. So I'm used to repairing boards like this, which are just a smidge more complex than the NES controller board. I hate repairing these, by the way. They're terrible. Oh, you were doing custom controllers? That's really cool. Were you like, was it full custom? Like full custom boards, buttons, all that? So I also want to see about, like, I don't know if it's possible to 3D print these. I mean, I assume it's possible. I just don't know if a 3D printed button would hold up as well as one of these, the original D-pads. This is a very hard plastic, but some of them get worn out. Like, again, it's hard to see, but the round part here is all, you can see it was grating at the, at where it was touching the board. It's really strange that, they made those buttons contact the board directly. That's an interesting choice. No, he's busy. Yeah, I bet he is busy making PCBs. It seems like something that's becoming more and more popular is custom controllers. Where was I? Yeah, the A and B buttons. Oof. Yeah, so here's a good. There's a nice crusty. There's too much light, but nice and crusty. Yeah, I've heard of retro modding and I've heard good things about it. I just like doing everything in-house, everything I can anyway. can locally source a 3D printer. And if I had the means to custom make the PCBs, that would be really cool, but I just don't think that's possible. Yep, so there we go. As I was cleaning it, found a tear. Bummer. Luckily I have some spares. Oh, shell overlays. Oh, that sounds cool. So would it like snap around the original shell? Let's get down inside of here. Inside of these gets real gross. This is not somewhere that's easily cleanable. Oh, okay. So you just like spray it and it just goes on. I see. That's really cool though. I bet that's fun to do. So the shell that I had that I was looking at yesterday, I mean the thing was totally destroyed. I mean, just this one's a little chewed up, but the one from yesterday was just totally chewed up. So, and I'm not done with it yet, but this is where it's at so far. So again, this is literally the first layer of paint. I want to make this almost to a mirror finish, almost. It's gonna have a gold faceplate that I'm going to cannibalize from this controller. So I really would have liked to have. I love this little overlay here. It's so cool, but it's just burned out. Not a whole lot I can do about that. So this one's getting a gold facelift and is going to go on this. But yeah, first layer. Again, I'd like to keep them as factory as possible. I just know that it's not always going to be possible, unfortunately. So I really like the way these look, just, you know, out of the box. You know, maybe I'll do some custom jobs here and there, just as time permits. Dyeing the shell with boiling water. Huh. Never thought about that. That's interesting. That might work. That's interesting. I mean, this is just I mean, dyed plastic, right? So I wonder if you could... I wonder what kind of dye you would use. Yeah, plastic dye. It'd have to be something pretty strong, I guess, but I mean, this is kind of almost primer color, so that might be cool. I wonder if that would cover up like little blemishes like this, the yellow discoloring. It would be interesting. If you try that, let me know how that goes. I might try that. I would like to see how that works. I hate taking these stickers off because I never know if this is the one that I'm going to ruin, you know? I feel like one of them I'm going to ruin, but this one is just really disgusting. I can't deal with it. Yeah, I'll definitely be looking into that for sure. So that would be really interesting and way easier, probably, than painting, depending on, you know, depending on the condition of the case, of course. Oh, no, it came off okay. It's not too gross. Yeah, oh god, look at all that. Horrible. Oh, they quit selling black shells? That's really strange. You would think that would be like their best seller. Yep, this had to be done, unfortunately. That is so terrible. That. Definitely better than it was, that's for sure. So I might have to break out the adhesive to get that to stick back down correctly, but cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's make sure this is nice and clean. That's better. Yeah, so, you know, that's a possibility. Maybe they were just like, hey, we have a huge surplus of all these other colors, so let's put these on hold for a while. God, it's on my fingers. It's disgusting. Gotta have solvents for everything. Almost every solvent needs its own applicator. Is that doing anything? No. Cool. So I was wondering if this was gonna disintegrate the controller. I'm glad it didn't. Definitely try to not leave it on there for as long as possible. Everything in frame order. Looks good. Oh yeah, much better. None of the old adhesive left over. Perfect. Now to get inside those little button sleeves. Saying it earlier, but I need to get a circular plastic, almost like a pipe cleaner. I can get into these little tiny things with a little more heft. The Q-tip doesn't do a bad job, obviously. I mean, it's horrible. You know, I'd probably look like this too if I spent the last 40 years accumulating whatever came off of people's fingers. Better. A lot better, actually. Okay. Now start and select. Keep it in frame. Come on, man. Wrong one. Yeah, cool. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. So the back I did a little earlier. I'm seeing a spot that looks like I missed. Just a little controller port. the wire, when the wire comes through the clamshell, it's looking a little gross. What about this one? Nah, did a pretty good job there. So I actually don't mind some of these little gashes. 'Cause I feel like, I don't know, it's like a story, you know, it tells a little story about this controller. I mean, they've been around for how long? Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, nice and brown and crusty. Oh yeah, it's really down in there. I wonder if it's always been down in there, or if I just pushed it in there a minute ago. 'Cause if it's been down in there for a long time, it's like, how? Dusty. Oh yeah, much better. Brown crust is gone. This one, strangely, not nearly as bad. I forget which one was which originally, but... much better. I love that I keep holding things up like right in front of the camera, but on the side that's covered by chat. Alright, start and select. Gross. That time the framing was good. Perfectly on the left half of the screen. Let's see, no tears. Pads look good. Just gonna go back in. And this is the important one though. And this one looks pretty good still. Not perfect, but serviceable. And D-pad. Actually, I have two D-pads here. See, now this one is strange. It's like bent up a little bit. Are they all like that? I guess no, not as bad. I don't know. This one seems like it's like the back side of it is concave, and this one seems like it's more flat. But I think this one may have come out of the Famicom controller, so I wonder if that's like a Famicom thing. Let's see if this can clean off a little bit better. I was trying to clean this D-pad off earlier, and it's not going well. I'll try something a little stronger here. Hopefully it doesn't etch this black plastic. And if it does, well, maybe we can use that power for good at some point. I didn't think about it until just now, but I wonder what happens when you mix vinegar with Goo Gone. It's probably fun. Yeah, this D-pad has definitely gotten some love in its time. Just wear. Snap it back in. And let's take a look at this board. Let's put the knife away so we don't slice ourselves open. Okay. A little bit of discoloration and just some carbon buildup. Get that cleaned off. Just get in between all the contacts there. I wonder if, I don't know, there's some kind of pad that could go on there. If I had something like that, I might. I just might. This is what I'm thinking. Double-sided tape. In which I just don't take off one of the sides. just cut a piece out. Because this is, I mean, it's not horribly thin, but it is quite thin. So if I can just cut a square, or a circle, or whatever, some kind of shape, it just fits in that center part there. Oh yeah, you're good, Omega. Give a shout if you have any thoughts, but for sure. Do your me time stuff. I understand. Wonder. Too big. And I've dropped it. So I'm trying not to slice my finger off here. That's number one. Okay. Cut out a square here. Just a little big still. So I wonder what would happen if I just stuck that bad boy right here. Come on. If that little thing is just going to make this whole controller feel terrible. Let's find out. That is why we're here. That's why I'm here. I was just trying to put this out of the side of the controller like the Famicom. Okay, my stupid... not want to go in. Ah, that's why. Okay. Some of these screws are just terrible. Mosquito. This one's fine. Actually, another thing I would like to source is the screws. Part of the problem with 40-year-old screws is they like to disintegrate. Yeah, you can't blame them really. to get these as equally torqued as possible. I don't want one side too much tighter than the other. The buttons seem pressable. It's always a plus. Now let's get this untangled. A little bit of a tear here, but it's not all the way through. Wow, this thing is wonky. No, that's all it took. Okay. And the music's gone again. And it's back. Not too much chowder on the plug, that's good. A little crusty. Where's my toothbrush? Just a little hint of a tear right there. I don't want to bend the cable too much, but just barely see it. So we'll just give that an old pretend like it never was there. Just like that. It's gone. Alright, there it is. Plug her in. Let's see what she gives us. piece of which a smarter person would have had, like, ready to go for this exact situation. But I forgot to look for it before I started this. So now I will stumble around the shop with a newborn fawn. I was not talking to myself. I do have a dog here, so. Here's me talking about him and is a little concerned. Just a couple drops here and there. Specifically in corners where I don't want it to lift. There we go. Back together, looking clean. Definitely a lot better than before, that's for sure. Get this back another dust off. Awesome. Set this guy aside. I'm done with it. Move on to the next one. So I think from my original pack, I have this guy, which I actually don't know a whole lot about. Except that it has turbo buttons on it. So I think this is actually for the controller that oh my god. The NES Advantage, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. But honestly, this one isn't too dirty, but I do want to crack it open just to see what's inside. So this is less refurbishing and more dissection. And it's interesting, this clamshell is more like the Famicom clamshell. And that is kind of lipped in more than the NES is, which is interesting. Wow, okay, so it's a lot different. There's one resistor. Okay, so it's also board's a bit different, but something I'm noticing is same D-pad rubber, which appears to be in pretty... Nope, it's got a tear. Damn it! I had high hopes for you. 2 tears. I was hoping I could cannibalize it, but does not seem like I can. Damn it. Well, this thing will get a third party. I don't particularly care to spend a whole lot of time with this controller, so we will see how it plays, though. D-pad's in okay shape. I really hate how these cables are right here. This is terrible. Dropped a screw. Something I did. Dropped 2 screws. Where did that screw go? Get it. So that's just a nice picture of the back of my head there for a second. That's good. And for a second I thought I forgot to put the D-pad back in. Start and select are just so deep in there. Clippers. Hey, John Foster, thank you so much for the good luck. I'm trying not to hurt myself, so I figure, so far so good. Let's see. A little easier to see now, I think. And there's music now, again. Oh, that went right into my fingernail. Ow. 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 Yep, there it goes. Very cool. I never claimed to be a graceful person. In fact, quite the opposite. Let's see. It's the adhesive from them. Circuit board stickers. Something. Let's just kind of get it on here and let it soak in for a minute. That's doing its thing. I want to make a good old-fashioned shop bandage. And I know what you're thinking, you know, Warhawks, is a shop bandage just tape and gauze? Yes, yes it is. But this thing is looking nice and clean now. All it took was a little bit of a blood sacrifice, no big deal. That's the worst injury I get today. I'm in good shape. Honestly, now that I know that this thing is broken, I feel better about using it as a sacrifice. And especially now that it's injured me. So, I'll let this one chill out. And you know, I'm looking at... So this is the one that we just cleaned that is broken. This is an older one. Does it kind of seem like this one looks a little nicer? And I wonder if that's... I wonder if that has to do more with the sticker having been over it, or I wonder if the Goo Gone kind of shined it up a bit. Maybe both. It's impossible to say, impossible to figure out the truth, so we won't. Okay. Now then, let's look at this guy. So this is the underneath of the sticker controller. It is not looking good. A little dusty, a little bit of a schmoo down in the ports there, or the screw holes. Screw didn't feel good. Hoping it's not stripped out. No, not too bad. Can you see? No. What do we have going in here? The white wire is pinched in a weird way, but probably a factory issue. Get to the rubbers in a minute. Board actually looks pretty good. A little bit of wear from the D-pad, but the coating on all the buttons seems pretty well in place. A little dusty, but not too bad. This. Take a look at the cable. Dirty, but doesn't at the moment appear as though it's sliced at all, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, no cracks. Sure, we can treat it a little bit. Ends in good shape. I think we have a good board here. Alright, the rubbers. The big reveal. Seem pretty stiff. Nope. Womp womp. Broken. Damn, just the one, too. How about our A and B? Broken. Start. Give us something good. Yeah, seems okay. The start and select. Fantastic. I'm so happy. Fresh. D-pad is dirty as shit, but still in good shape. A and B buttons I'm not even worried about. I've not yet seen a bad one. first of all, let's make it not sticky. Why do I try that? Didn't work the first time, or the second time. Why is it gonna work now? Fortunately, I'm more left-handed than usual at the moment, so sorry if this is hard to see. Alright, now we can get to the real stuff. Not sure what all that's about. A little cleaner than before, I think. Now the back, which looks a little gross. right up here by where the cable goes. It's always gross. It's such a strange place. Where the fingers are, I get that. Here, I don't know. My head in the shot that entire time? I don't think so. Alright, let's get in. Let's dig into the holes. My grandpa, I'm tired of digging holes. That's too damn bad. Etc., etc. Right, starting select. Oh, my head is in the shot for that. Very cool. No one's here to look at the back of my head. Please frame things better. Thank you. Alright. Much better. Now the back. a little crusty, especially around the lips.
To be making a dubstep track. Let's start with the drums. Drop a kick and a snare in. Now add some cymbals. Even more cymbals. So many cymbals. Now let's get a background noise. Maybe add a chant. Now for the chord stacks. Add a little build-up. Then, you just drop it. Definitely not. Maybe this? Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Throw in a bass.
Let's see here. No cracks in any of the posts. Pretty free of gunk. Move on to the backpack.
Add a little sparkly thing and bring the drums back.
Is this the back of the back, or is this the back of the back? Indeed.
Let's add some vocal
Please,
chops.
buddy. I don't need any slurping.
Now bring back the build-up.
The more I'm looking at this one, the more I'm feeling like it deserves a paint. So it's just a little rough. Let's get in the screw ports here. Yeah. Yep. Definitely needed. Yeah, it's just a little too scratched for my liking. And it's also got this weird blue mark on it. It's just a little bit too loved. So I think this is also going to be a good one, a good candidate for a recoat. And it'll also give me some time to get some better rubbers in. I also want to find a source for the screws. So these little bastards are interesting. Here's the D-pad. Definitely less crusty. So there's another controller. I'm going to set this one aside for now. I want to look at. When it came out of the box, the first thing I noticed is how nice it looked. Which immediately made me suspicious. And for good reason, because it's an imposter. Imposter! But I'm curious what kind of rubbers it has. Oh, I saw the one. Oh, wait. And the screws are a little different for this. Definitely an aftermarket case. And this is a sharp tip screw. I like how they put this little sticker over there. If you take this off, you're voiding the warranty. Right. So the real question is this board the same as an NES board? Let's find out. No. What the fuck? What the fuck? So, okay. Each button has its own rubber. Each button has its own rubber. Look at that. One for the start, one for the select. These glued on rubbers for the D-pad. So I guess these are just stuck on with a little nipple at the end there. someone is just getting a little cute with it. Much smaller board back here. But, as they say, it ain't the size of the motion, it's the ocean of the... What? I lost it. Point is, let's see how it works. I wonder what this little resistor's for. I wonder if taking that off affects how this works. I mean, now that we voided the warranty anyways. Much like a cow with no legs, the stakes are low. So, if we snip that resistor at some point to see what happens, you know, no huge loss. This isn't a factory controller. I wonder where this came from. How new it is. Hair in my mouth. I mean, I guess the stakes were never very high, to be honest. Don't particularly enjoy how the D-pad feels. Let's see how it plays. Not that I was hoping for much, but I was hoping for more than that. into the box. I might just start calling that the box of shame. Alright. Here's another one that I just got. Definitely been around the block once or twice. Oof. Yeah. Not high hopes for the inside when the start and select buttons are that cheesed up. Quite dusty. But I know the real question. How are the pads? Start and select are easily, Jesus Christ, am I getting late, fellas? Easily replaceable. Did our music go away again? Yeah, buddy. So, not terribly dirty, honestly. Better than I was expecting. I mean, it's not, you don't eat off of it, but. So far, board doesn't look too bad. Front side is honestly very little wear. Especially in the center here. So, okay. A and B buttons look pretty good. I can feel it's a little dry. And you know, obviously the start and select buttons are just totally chewed up. Luckily I can fix that. By fix it, I mean give it some new life. Now the D-pad rubbers. Good, 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 good. So, a little gross. Oops. A little gross. But cleanable. D-pad also a little gross, but cleanable. So far, so good. Let's see, what time is it? So since we went down, it's been an hour. Let's see who's around. B-fob's on and he's gassy. Oh my gosh. Well, I know what we're doing. Prepare to send. set.